The autistic child will not pay attention to all of those, will be lost in his or her own world. We only teach concepts which will help the child have a better quality of life, breaking down your task into smaller, yet smaller, so they learn has to be very high. Be able to do the things that others are doing. With mild autism, all of that is possible. Hello everybody, welcome to yet another episode of Sashakt Empowering Lives. I am Rajni Singh, your special educator. For those who are new to this channel, a very quick update. I do this for the past 17 years now, 3 national level awards. I am an autism parenting coach, and here we talk about everything that is about dealing with autism, effective parenting at the end of parents, technical strategies, and everything that will help your child be successful. I believe in leading by example and prove it by my 21-year-old autistic son, who's now pursuing internship after completing his graduation in hotel management and doing 2 internships, one in my office and the second half of his day is in a cafe. So, going forward very quickly, let us start with today's topic. In case you like what I tell you, please subscribe, like, share with friends who will benefit, and press the notification button. Today's topic is, what is mild autism? A lot of people say mild, moderate, severe, profound, borderline. These are various categories that have been given. So, understand that the primary or the basic definition of autism or a developmental disability is a word I'm a little allergic to, so I don't like to use it, but in technical terms, a developmental disability. So basically, autism as a developmental disability, the neurological development of the child varies from what it should be over a period of time as opposed to the age, which means the child's incidental learning or the child's learning in terms of their own. Like another child will go to a place and look at, all the things and know that there is a murti here, there is a light here, there is a plant here, etc., etc. The autistic child will not pay attention to all of those, will be lost in his or her own world. So I'm not going into the definition of it. I'm going into the core of it, that autism basically is lack of incidental learning. Now, how much lacking it is, that decides whether it is mild or borderline or moderate or severe or profound. So the very definition of mild autism is that the child does lack incidental learning. It is less as compared to his neurotypical peer of the same age, but not so less. So a sharp neurotypical peer will look at 5-7 things in the room. The autistic child might look at 1 or 2, but it's not that he will not look at it and not register. Yeah. Similarly, so what you see over a period of time is that the gap in learning on their own is not so much or not so blatant and in the face as compared to the gap in learning of a moderate and then a severe and of course a profound. In profound autism, in most cases, as I have seen, again, it's not a rule, but in most cases that I've seen with profound autism, there are episodes of comorbidities like severe case of epilepsy, or there is another dysfunctionality there like intellectual disability. So there are other aspects also contributing to it. The incidental learning is very, very low. So because of the fact that the incidental learning is extremely low, the amount of time that will go in teaching a concept vis-a-vis the number of years that flow by. So we only teach concepts which will help the child have a better quality of life, be as independent in life skills as is possible, so that it is not so taxing to the caregiver. Now I'm going from last towards the initial. So before that, from profound to severe, we try with severe, the incidental learning is quite significantly low, which means you have to teach quite a lot of things which other children will learn on their own. So your task analysis, which means breaking down your task into smaller, yet smaller, so they learn, has to be very high. So amount of effort that will go in is very high, because on their own these children are not learning all of those concepts. Yeah. So when a child has severe autism, at the most what you're looking at is that they can do some vocational work like making diyas or something at the most, because the number of years that will go by in trying to teach the concepts vis-a-vis the time that is required in teaching the concept differ. Going again one step back, moderate, the incidental learning is less but more than severe. Yeah, but less than mild. Yeah. So you can look at the child having, a moderate kid, a kid with moderate autism can go right up to, if the parents do the right things. Yeah. They can go up to clearing a 10th and a 12th. It may not be age appropriate, however. So we have children who are, not children, adults who are like 22 years old and now appearing for 10th board exams. Understandable. They can do it. As far as a job is concerned, anything routine, monotonous that their family is doing, like a family business, they can get associated with it and they can improve. One doesn't have to settle with the all depressing word called disability. Going one step back, mild autism, the incidental learning of the child is pretty high as compared to moderate. There are very, very high chances that practically most of the things, 80% of the things that a neurotypical peer is learning, a neurodiverse peer can learn. And that is where my point comes in. Out of our entire academic curriculum, I don't think we ever utilize more than 80%. That is a very high number. Not more than 60%. We learn matching valencies. We learn savanna grasslands. We learn Battle of Palasi. None of that comes to us handy. Sine theta, cos theta, none of that comes to us handy. What comes to us handy is problem solving skills, life skills, as well as language, as well as the confidence to deal with the world outside. Independence in terms of being able to take a train, take a bus, check with people, check schedules, take instructions in a bigger group, understand, be a part, be able to do the things that others are doing. With mild autism, all of that is possible. A child with mild autism has every single possible reason to go ahead and lead as normal and independent and life filled with skill as any other neurotypical peer. However, it is not going to come in easy. Absolutely not. And I don't like to mix words. It is not going to come in easy for the parent. It is not going to come in easy for the kid. If you simply let it be that my child can learn quite a lot of things on their own, so that's fine. They will start slipping, and from mild it will go to moderate, from moderate it will go to severe, because on their own they won't be able to cope up, and then the stress and related factors, and then the parents' expectation, and then the pressure, the anger and everything, and the child starts to lose it, confidence begins to go down. Never go that way. So if your child has mild autism, they can learn quite a lot of things, but are facing huge difficulties in certain areas. It's time to step up the gas totally. It's time to go ahead, learn, be as stringent as possible with your own self, be disciplined, create a visual schedule, understand the child's specific area of lag, understand the child's speed, have a proper system where the child is having his or her entire day scheduled. Ensure that they're learning. If they're getting busy in their own world, show them outside the window. Look at this, look at that. Keep that window open. Whatever is the lack in incidental learning, you fill it up with acquired learning, which means you teach. Yeah. And to teach, you need to learn. So in case you are a parent who's concerned and who wants to see success with this, please consider the next decade or so in building skills that make your kid independent, and teach in the right specific manner, which is autism specific parenting techniques. Teach using that. Okay. If you want to learn autism specific parenting techniques, the links are given in the description. We do regular webinars. That is Fridays 7 to 9:30 p.m. and Tuesdays Instagram and YouTube Live 7 to 7:30 p.m. Do not miss those. Stay abreast. Work hard, be disciplined, and you will find success with mild autism. May each kid win.